Hey everybody, Wisdom here. We are back for part 137 of our Skylanders Giants Blind playthrough. It's a brand new recording session early Tuesday morning, about 2:30. Where we left off, part 136, we began with our very first upgrade of a Series 2 Skylander, that of course being from the air element alphabetically, by element, by character. It was Lightning Rod. Took him down Typhoon Titan. Wasn't too thrilled with that path. I'll probably have to, give it a shot in gameplay. But the good news is, and what I'm going to continually stress with these Series 2, you get the Wow Pal, which is above and beyond your Series 1. That's really your incentive to buy them. And the other, and this is a big one for me, you get the ability to switch upgrade paths. Could very well be Lightning Rod as the first one we switch back, but as is, if you do buy one of the Series 1s, you already had it, and then you get a Series 2 of the same character, you get the Wow Pal. You can take the other path if for some reason you hate it or you love the other one. You can always switch back. So that said, we are now ready. Up next, of course, going alphabetically, would be Sonic Boom. Here she is. Really, when I got SSA, she was one of my favorite characters. Just box stock, she was incredibly effective. I have been debating going through here and purchasing the base upgrades for these characters, so I can document the per damage, per upgrade damage ratios, and then I would just be missing, the 3 in the upgrade path. That said, that would kind of be sad for me to do that and not show it to you, and then still be incomplete because I didn't do the damage per stop in the upgrade path. Reason I don't want to go buy the upgrade, test it, come back, buy the next, that would turn each upgrade session from a 20 to 30 minute video with me rambling to something that would probably be around 40 to 50. Probably have to divide it into 2 parts so I don't lose commentary. It just doesn't seem like the smartest thing. Again, I may actually rely on some of you to provide that information. I've been documenting. Look how slow I can make her walk. It's pretty creepy. It's almost like she's in slow motion. I wish the music would kind of go with her. I've never actually noticed that before, but anyway, as I was saying, I will at least document primary and secondary. Sonic Boom, let me see, depending on where you're at, it's generally 22 with her roar attack box stock, sometimes 33, I think, if the enemy's in the right spot and you're at a close range. Then her little baby toss, it's a deal. It's really hard to do, but sometimes you can get the egg to hit the enemy. That does 20 damage. I know later on that's actually a move, but sometimes I can do it with her box stock. A lot of the times the egg will just fly through the enemy as if it's not there. I don't know if it's a glitch or just whatever. It has to just be a perfect shot or something. But once the babies hatch and they run around and peck at people, at this point box stock, it does 5 damage. That said, her roar attack is very, very respectable. Took Series 1 down. I forgot to get the path names again. I know this one's Medea Griffin, I remember that. I think that one was Siren Griffin, maybe. I don't know how I remember that stuff. We'll find out with Persephone. But here they are. This is her primary attack. It may not look like much to you, but 22 to 33 box stock is pretty impressive. The cool thing, I'll start shooting it, facing towards the left staircase, and then I'll turn and watch what her attack does. It actually can kind of have the ability to make an arc with you. That makes it very, very nice. I know a lot of people swear by the babies. I just wasn't that into it. You can have, I think, 2 active to begin with. If you give them time, they get a little bigger, like you see that one. Eventually they can fly. I think that's a... Yeah, I know that would have to be the base upgrade, because I just tested out my Siren Griffin one. But eventually, you know, you roar at them. I think that's a soul gem, and they roar too. I'll assume they do more damage as they get bigger. In the heroic challenge with the time, I didn't really get a chance to investigate. But let me just make sure. Yeah, I know that the one disappeared. You can have two active at once, and that's it, box stock. So we're gonna take a look at her stats real quick.
Not bad.
It always sounds horrible on this, but it never drops frames here lately. So, yeah, it's kind of skewed. I've done a few, or not many, just, you know, the tough ones. Speed 54, armor 21, critical hit 45. Nothing really changes with her. I do think she's another character, particularly like with the blue and silver thing going on. I think she looked pretty good, like if they gave her a breastplate of armor, you know, plus 40. You know, maybe there's like a Series 3 or something, you might see that. But we'll go ahead and read through her upgrades here for you. Primary attack, I've showcased Roar, unleash a deafening screech, again very effective. Egg toss, launch an egg that hatches into a feisty baby, again give it some time to get a little bigger. Her first purchased upgrade is called Loudmouth, Roar attack does increased damage. Second upgrade, Let There Be Flight. Press Z to fly, increase speed and armor while flying. That's something that's not really documented. You know, she's not going to see her armor bump up some percentage, but in flight, what you'll likely notice is that little armor shield pops up sometimes when you're getting shot at or hit. Third purchased upgrade, Ride of the Valkyries. Babies can now fly too. They travel at increased speed while flying. And then lastly, Three's a Crowd. Have 3 babies active at once. So basically, she gets to fly, and then we've got 2 upgrades on her secondary, and then 1 for Loudmouth. That said, I mean, you have to bear in mind it does begin 22 to 33 damage. So, I could have these wrong. We're actually going to look at Siren Griffin first. I think that's the right name. Echolocation. Roar attack continues to expand on impact. Egg Shocker. Roar at eggs to create a big shockwave that pushes enemies back. And then More Boom. Increase the damage and size of the roar attack by holding A. This is actually pretty cool. Top path is Medea Griffin. Sunny side up can throw all 3 eggs at once. Eggs will knock back enemies before hatching. I kind of wonder if that's maybe not like what that 20 damage thing is. I mean, it's one of those deals you could stand and like hit the Shadow Knight 8 times, and you know, maybe one of those times it would award you the 20 damage. Next up is Sibling Rivalry. We're basically going from 3 babies to 4. And then lastly, Terrible Twos. The babies hatch fully grown and attack faster. That's really the big one in my opinion. We're going to have 4. That's not too big a deal really, but the main thing is they get to full size, they attack faster. That's really going to be your big perk. And then personally, I might actually enjoy this part the most of that upgrade. Her soul gem is called Resonant Frequency. Roar at babies and they will roar too. It's just like it's depicted in that scene. That's essentially how it works. If you've got 2 to one side and 1 kind of off on its own, if you roar at the 2, they'll roar, the other one won't. You actually do have to like hit the baby. Next one, Wow Pow. This one's going to be interesting just because it's called Super Baby. Hold B to combine regular babies into one super baby. You know, I'm assuming down Medea Griffin it'll combine all 4. I guess if you did Siren Griffin, it would combine 3 of them. You know, so I don't know if there'd be like a size difference. I'm assuming not. But other thing, well, I guess you'd have 4 active anyway, so it's a moot point. But that's pretty much it. Again, what you need to upgrade a Series 2 Skylander is 11,520, 3,000 more than a new lander or giant because of the Wow Pow. All these numbers are with your 20 Wing Sapphire discount. If you want to switch the path, you're going to need an additional 4140, I think. I'm assuming they don't let you just switch. I haven't actually tried that yet. But we're going to come in here, see Persephone. Again, just for reference in here, there's our only stand in this corner right there. That's a roar attack. It basically hits the edge of the screen. So
Welcome back.
Ready for another magical upgrade?
Oh, sorry I let her talk that time. I was looking at the computer. Okay, again, I know this is kind of redundant. I mainly wanted to cover, Siren Griffin for you on that screen. First upgrade is 300. It is Loudmouth. Roar attack does increase damage. Sonic Boom actually had 11,523 when I was picking up cash. And then I was in such a habit of picking her up after Bash. That's that last wall in there. I accidentally let her track through it instead of Whirlwind, so I was kind of disappointed. But does look, a little bit more impressive. So hopefully it bumps it up. Next one is Let There Be Flight. Again, it's always cool when you can have a flying Skylander, in my opinion. Press Z to fly, increase speed and armor while flying. Cost is 420.
Supersonic.
And that's it. She does pretty agile. Sometimes the ones that fly are really hard to steer. She's actually pretty nimble. We've got the increased armor too. So, third upgrade is going to be Ride of the Valkyries. Babies can now fly too. They travel at increased speed while flying. Cost is 540.
Boom.
Let's see. I wonder if that'll stay around if we talk to Persephone. They actually they get bigger, and then eventually the thing will start flying. Okay, every time it like stops and you hear that popping sound, it's doing something else. So now it's able to fly like me. We'll see if it sticks around. It might. I don't know. Final base purchased upgrade can run 723 as a crowd. You can have 3 babies active at once. That's again up from the 2 box stock. Okay, again, right here, I can't stress enough, if you don't know what you want to do or you need to investigate, research the paths, watch videos to see what you think you'd like better, etc., hit the B button. You won't be locked in. If you do hit A, you are tied into that path. The good thing, though, here, unlike the, Newlanders, that's basically Sprocket, everyone like that, and the Giants, where you'd have to reset the character, you can actually come back in and just switch paths. So, not the end of the world with the Series 2 if you do happen to hit the wrong button. But I was right. It was Siren Griffin. That's what I took my Series 1 down. I really like that path. Just super effective. Nothing flashy, it's just very effective. But this time around, I'm going to do Medea Griffin. I told everybody in the unboxings and before Giants came out that what I would do with the Series 2, in the event I didn't get to showcase both paths, I'd take that one down the other. Plus, you have to admit, with her Series 2 repose, it kind of makes sense to go with Medea Griffin. She's basically on the cloud, and she's got the baby under her wing, so we'll use that as our justification.
Supersonic.
Okay, that last upgrade was 3, so I don't really have to show that to you. It's self-explanatory. You can already switch paths. Again, I'm not going to click this until later on. Maybe if I get time to do story mode and I don't like Typhoon Titan with Lightning Rod, I might test it out with him. But because I probably will play with him a lot, he'd probably get the money back in the story mode. We're going to go ahead and upgrade. And we begin. Sunny Side Up runs 1020. You can throw all 3 eggs at once. Eggs will knock back enemies before hatching. Again, I guess they're just going to all 3 come out at the same time. Prior to that, they'd be 1 at a time. So I'm just going to tap B. Yeah, that's actually kind of neat looking, the way they came out. And I think you could hit enemies the way it spanned out there. Next one, Sibling Rivalry. Have 4 babies active at once. Cost is 1320. The question now is, will they all come out at once? Let's check that.
Supersonic.
Alright, so I'm going to tap B. Yeah, 4 at once, so I'm not going to complain there. And it's going to be like an organized chaos, just like with kids in real life, I guess. Terrible 2's babies hatch fully grown. That's kind of freaky. And attack faster, runs you 1800. I'm not going to complain though. I mean, that really makes this path efficient, you know. You don't have to like stand around and wait or kill everything with your roar attack first. So, gonna tap the B button. We should have 4 eggs fly towards Persephone, and then the kids will kind of be fully grown. So, oh wow, that's kind of cool. And I mean, they go straight into flight. I guess we should join them. But note that I'm roaring at them and they're not doing anything. Here, when we get the Soul Gem, they'll actually start to roar. Depending on the damage they do, this I guess could be actually pretty good, like people told me. I think personally I'll still prefer Siren Griffin just because it suits my playstyle better, but I could see this being really effective if they do good damage. So, other thing I wonder, and I wish again, like if I wasn't recording, if I was just alone in the world without internet and YouTube, I would actually come in and do that per upgrade and put it all in a spreadsheet. But what I'd be curious about is whenever Sunny Side Up came out, I'd want to see the damage there, and then this last one down, Medea Griffin, where they launch full grown. If you notice, the eggs were a lot bigger. So let me tap B again, those should all go away. The eggs are huge. I would be very interested in seeing, like, say Sunny Side Up did 20 damage. I wonder if that would do like 30 or something. If you know, you can post up or, you know, leave it on the blog, something like that. We'll give credit to people, you know, put a little asterisk by it or something. Next up, we're going to go ahead and get that Soul Gem. It's called Resonant Frequency. It runs you 2400. Roar at babies and they will roar too. And this will actually be really neat. Down Siren Griffin, we just have 2. And, or was it 3? Anyway, you didn't have 4, you know. But now we can actually do more damage with that, essentially is what I'm getting at. So I'll hit B. Those will do damage when they hit enemies. It'll push them back. And then, if you know what, I roar. Oh, and they seem to keep the roar now. I don't think my Series 1 does that. Not for, you know, an eternity, but they do have it. Let's come in now. This one's going to be interesting. Wow Pal Super Baby looks crazy in that picture, almost like it's mutant or something. Maybe it's just a bad angle, like beak facing us or something. Hold B to combine regular babies into one Super Baby. Cost is 3,000. She'll have decent cash left, 633. Again, that's supposed to go to World.
Supersonic.
Alright, let's just do it in here for good measure. I wonder, I'm going to try tapping B and then holding it after they've launched and hatched and see if that works. If it doesn't, then I'll just hold B down again. So, there they go. Now I'm going to hold B. Holy crud, it's like the size of... Okay, the wings are disproportionately small. Okay, so you can roar at it, and I guess it'll... I wonder if it'll evolve. It looks like a Pokemon or something. Okay, no, it will not evolve. It'll die. Anyway, I mean, I'm guessing it would do like pretty good damage. So, the other thing that's weird with Series 2, I don't have that hat on her. Her figure, I mean, I guess it's the same thing, but like I have this, I don't know if it was the Viking helmet or something else, but it looks pretty good on my Series 1. Anyway, here she is. Basically, all we have for her primary button is, I guess what, Loudmouth, or I can't think of what it was called, but it should do pretty good damage still. Then, where we can obviously fly and, you know, do everything. But now, I'm gonna send them this way first. Tap the B button. Eggs knock enemies back, do damage. Babies launch fully grown, they're already flying, then you can roar at them and everything. We'll come over here now. I'm actually going to make them disappear and toss 4 eggs at you towards the screen, basically. Again, there you go with that. Brock apparently approves. Then, what I will do, will hold B. There's the freakishly large baby that I'm assuming will just like use that massively disproportionate beak to inflict some massive damage. You know, hopefully more so than the others. He's kept that roar the whole time, but then he basically expires. He doesn't get to fly or anything. Probably because the wings were fractions of the size they should be. But that is Sonic Boom, fully upgraded the Series 2 one down Medea Griffin. What I'm going to do now, we've got a little bit of time left. I'm actually going to pull her. We're going to go back to Series 1. You can see that hat I was talking about. Can't think of what it's called. Valkyrie or Viking, could be something. Anyway, of course, you know, she was left off in SSA, that's why she's at level 10 with no progress. Really wish they could have maybe like had a way of scoring that. All these would be at like level 15 anyway. But anyway, basically, with her baby attacks, 1, 2, yeah, you can only have, no, I'm sorry, we can have 3. And then it takes them a while, you know, to grow up, and then a little bit later they'll grow wings and they can fly with us. Soul Gem, she still got, you know, the Resonant Frequency where they all roar. But what is really nice with Sonic Boom, that does really good damage. You hold the A button down, if you just tap it, you can see that it's pretty impressive. The other thing it does, like say Ermit was an enemy, it would hit him and it would just like expand out. Let me go in here and show you. Alright, so echolocation, it continues to expand on impact. That actually makes it super impressive. The egg shocker I'll show you in a second, and then hold A, I showed you that one, so that's pretty much all there is. I'll try to do that egg toss thing. Oh. You can kind of see there, I mean, if I throw the egg it launches, nothing much happens, but okay, I held it too long again. It makes that kind of sweet looking shockwave there. It actually does pretty good damage too. That said, that was Series 1 Sonic Boom Siren Griffin Upgrade Path. And then again, gotta admit that hat not too bad on my Series 1, but this is Series 2. We took her down the Medea Griffin. It kind of goes along with her repose in my opinion. So she can't hold the A button down, it's not going to expand on impact. We can't do anything crazy there. However, that's sweet. If you roar while you toss it, you actually get the Resonant Frequency going. And then the crazy thing, the Super Baby, you just hold the B button down. That's her Wow Pow. So crazy looking. Oh wait, we didn't make it. There we go. So that thing there, I don't know if it'll like follow us or hone in on enemies or what. It's like bigger than Sonic Boom actually, but hopefully it doesn't get damaged. That is her Wow Pow. The Soul Gem again was Resonant Frequency. I guess we'll end it here with Sonic Boom. That'll give me a little more time. But really this path for me is going to come down to what they do. I really am interested in Sunny Side Up, wondering, you know, just what it'll do, tossing eggs at people. And then the bright side of that, they launch fully grown in flight, ready to attack enemies. Then if we roar, they have Resonant Frequency going for them. And I guess in certain situations where we have time, I might make the freakishly large baby Wow Pow and see what that does. If I had to recommend a path right now, again not knowing anything damage-wise from Medea Griffin, I would still go Siren Griffin just because I was so impressed with that when I played it. That said, this path could turn out to be awesome. I'll kind of, you know, give it some time in story mode, see what we think. Definitely it sets well with me, better than Typhoon Titan does, which again, with more enemies and in story mode, that might actually turn out not to be too bad. But what's coming up next is going to be Whirlwind, of course Polar. You know, I'm not going to order in from Italy, so hopefully she'll be showing up sometime soon. I guess she'll be out of order, but what I will do with Polar Whirlwind is take her down whichever path we like better. So this was Sonic Boom, though, again, one of my original go-tos back in the SSA playthrough. I really liked her box stock, and then upgrading her, she turned out to be quite the beast down Siren Griffin, I always thought. But she had a big fan base there at the beginning of SSA, and then by the time, like, Camo Igniter Warnado showed up, and Sunburn and everything, she kind of fell to the wayside. I think she still got a decent following, though. I remember Florencio on the Twitter. I don't know what happened to him, but used to talk to him quite a bit, and Sonic Boom was his favorite, I believe. But like I said, this one, I have no qualms with it at this point. I prefer just being myself, the Siren Griffin path, but if this one does good damage, I won't have any problem endorsing it either. So, again, we'll kind of see what it does in story mode, but Series 2 Sonic Boom took down Medea Griffin, got the WoW Pow. It's that giant Jayhawk looking baby, and then also showed you Siren Griffin courtesy of our Series 1 Sonic Boom. So we'll kind of mix them in, in Nightmare mode, see what all they do. Eventually I'll probably do like gameplay, 10 minutes of one, 10 minutes of the other type thing. That way it'll really help you pick, maybe more so than here on the deck of the ship. I think for most people this will suffice, if you're on the fence or something. But like I said, Whirlwind's next. That'll be part 138. This is part 137. Questions, comments you can ask here on YouTube. For a quicker response, I suggest you use the blog, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. You follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. As always, thanks for watching, and we will catch you back for part 138 when we upgrade our Series 2 Whirlwind.